Okay, good morning, gentlemen. I want to thank you for your support yesterday. We had a nice 417 entries. You are 31 of the remaining 48 that are left. I will advise you that there are just 36 pins between 18th and 48th. There's 31 of you. There's 36 pins. And between 32nd and 48th, between 32nd and 48th, which is the number we're cutting to, number 32, there's 21 pins. So use that information for what you will. You're going to bowl 2 games. You're going to skip 3 pair, bowl on the 4th. We're going to take yesterday's score, add your 2 games today onto that. And we're taking the top 15 because we had a tie at 16 and 17. Anybody got any questions? All right, please stand, remove your hats. We'll have a national anthem. Again, I'll remind you, it is each bowler's responsibility to make sure your score gets listed on there correctly. And we're going to turn them on for 10 minutes of practice.
Looking for something fun to do in Anderson and Madison County? Hi, this is Matt Rust from the Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau. Let us help you find things to see and do in Anderson and Madison County. The Visitors Center is located at I-69 and exit 226 across from Culver's in Anderson. Pick up a copy of our latest Discover magazine, our new Madison County map, and an Indiana Festival guide. Visit our website at visitandersonmadisoncounty.com. The fun starts here.
First game, we will do everything we can to get you standings as we go. So somebody can reset 10, please. As soon as your arrow hits your check mark, I believe, to get your arrows each side, you can begin. Good luck.
All right, welcome to Savage Bowling TV's coverage of the Indiana State Masters. Chad Lester here from the booth. Looks like it's just me in this round, as Scott is bowling in this semifinal round. He's down on 13 and 14. We'll have lanes 5 and 6 and 9 and 10 as your pairs this morning. These bowlers are bowling 2 games. Scores from yesterday, their qualifying scores will carry over. Combined with these 2 games, and then the top 16, I believe it is, will join positions 1 through 16 who made it yesterday to round out our field of 32 for the match play finals. That should begin around 11 a.m. Eastern. My guess is it'll probably run a little bit late, but 11 a.m. it's a pretty good guesstimate right now. Once we make it to the finals, Mike Albee, Hall of Famer Mike Albee, will be joining us in the booth to help call the action. The format for the finals, it's bracketed match play, single game matches, double elimination until we have a winner, which should happen later on this afternoon. So stay with us all day. There should be some pretty good matches. I know these bowlers here from 17th through 35th or something like that, Jeff said, was only separated just by, I think 26 pins or something like that. So scores are really close. There's going to be a lot of movement just in these two games. Right now you're looking at 9 and 10. I believe that is Chris Safarth on lane 10, who joined us in the booth last night. Did an amazing job with Scott. Buries a strike in the first frame. Can't forget about our sponsors for this year's tournament. Making this happen, added some money to the prize fund, allows for this live stream. You have Motive, of course. They're the official bowling ball company for the Indiana State USBC, sponsoring all of their events, including the Open Tournament. You have Pinhead's Bowling Center in Fishers, Mike Alby's Arrowhead Bowl, Big Four Sox, and the Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau. And we can't forget about the Indiana State USBC, who does a marvelous job running these tournaments. Also on this pair that you're watching is Phil Raymond getting ready to bowl on lane 10. He's a Lafayette product from where we're at. Was surprised he actually made it. He texted me last night asking what the cut was, and he was back in Lafayette, which is about an hour and 30 minutes from us. And he made the cut, so he had to drive up this morning. He actually hurt his back during qualifying yesterday, and it's not feeling great today. So he's going to try to battle through some back pain. You guys are looking for the standings, you can download the team app. As you still throw that shot. It's hard to post a shot when you have back pain. It looks like it's lower back. Anyways, the standings are on the team app, so download that on your smartphone. It's free. And then search for Indiana USBC, Indiana State USBC as your team. You'll be able to see all the Masters results. They even have brackets, the bracket results posted that look like. So you'll be able to see the top 16 who are going to be bowling at 11 o'clock this morning, along with the players from this squad who make it. Once the squad is done, we will leave the air and then come back right before the next squad starts. You can tell Phil's in quite a bit of pain, even though he made the spare. Once the final start, we'll be covering more lanes. We'll have these same lanes 5, 6, and 9 and 10, as well as 13, 14, 15, and 16 that we'll be showing, and then we'll be moving cameras around as needed until we get down to the finals. And yes, we will be showing the scores during the final match. So we'll have that up on the screen so you guys can see it. Well, we felt like that instead of putting scores on the screen, we wanted to cover more pairs of lanes, so we're using all of our cameras for to show the bowling. All right, switching over to 5 and 6, we have Brad Slayball up on lane 5, working on his spare. He's got 8 spare, 9 spare. This is his third frame. And he throws a good shot there. It was a very short night for us in the sleep department. We got out of here almost midnight last night. Back in here at 8 this morning. But we're ready to go. It's going to be a good day of bowling. Trent Marner up on lane 5 out of Kokomo, Indiana with the strike. It looks like they're having a little bit of problem on lane 6. I'm not sure if it's a ball or what's going on. We're going to switch back over to 9 and 10 after while they wait on their mechanical problem. Tell you, I'm not sure how Phil does it. Number one, he doesn't slide, so that puts some pressure on your back. He's never slid. And I'm being told they're waiting to spot a pin on lane 6. That's the holdup on 5 and 6. One thing you are seeing from this field is there's a good mix of right-handers and left-handers this year. Kind of tells you about how fair the pattern was. Haven't heard the pattern, it's 40 feet long. It's about a 5-to-1 ratio. It's a medium scoring pattern. 25 mils is the volume. So lots of players that play many different angles. It's hard. I think 693 led the field, and that was shot during the last squad last night. It was Zach Weidman, if I remember correctly. All right, back over to 5 and 6. They have their mechanical or their pin spot done. So it looks like 15 bowlers out of this round will make it because there was a tie for 16th. I'm looking at the standings now on the team app. 18th place had 647 for their score. Go down to 48, and that's 611. So the field's pretty scrunched. Pretty close. So we should see a lot of movement here in these two games. With the two-game round like this, every shot counts because of the, you only get 2 games versus 3. So I'll go over to the top 16 with you guys. First was Zach Weidman with 693. Second was Josh Myers, 687. Mike Clark in third, 686. Jeff Grego, 678 in fourth. Rodney English, 677 in fifth. Brandon Stoggill, 676. Gene Perez, 675. Tommy Ticat, 668. He is in eighth. Cameron Clark, 668 in ninth. Cameron Bollinger, 662 in 10th. Brian Cave, 658 in 11th. In 12th, Ben Caldwell, 653. 13th, Jimmy Cook, 651. 14th, Kyle Leckett, 649. 15th, Trent Jarvis, 649. 16th, Michael Lunsford, 648, and tied with him is Owen Brummett. So those bowlers are waiting in the wings to find out who from this squad they're going to get the bowl in the first round. 417 entries for this year's Masters. $2,000 first place, plus a free entry into the 2021 National Masters. And they'll get a little bit of a travel stipend to go along with that. Again, you're watching the 2020 Indiana Masters. Semifinals going on right now. This is the 20th anniversary of this tournament. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank our sponsors for coming on with this. Big Four Socks, Mike Alby's Arrowhead Bull, Pinheads and Fishers, Motive, Bowling, and the Anderson-Madison County Visitors Bureau. Also, don't forget about the Indiana State USBC. If you're from Indiana, you're looking for tournaments, news. If you have a high schooler out there looking for scholarship opportunities, go to indianastateusbc.org. You can find out all the entry forms. All the entry forms are there. You can find out about all the scholarship opportunities, tournament results. Everything is there, so check it out. Also, the Hall of Fame is coming up. Hall of Fame ceremonies in June. You can see past winners. You can also see who's on the ballot this year. That is going to be June 20th. The Crown Plaza, Indianapolis. Gene Perez in the chat room, good morning. You should be here watching bowlers. You should not be wherever you're at right now. I'm doing this by myself. This is your opportunity to be in the booth because you are as good as Scott Gilmore. That's what he said, at least. Gene's a newly signed Motive staffer. And Mike Albee is in the building. He just walked in. Gene, you're on your way. We'll see you in a little bit. right. Looks like everybody's between the 9th and 10th frame. Game number 1. Hopefully we can get you guys some standings after each game, or after this game. Of course, we won't have the. We'll try to stay on the air as long as we can. Actually, after they finish, when Jeff makes his announcement, Jeff Circle, the tournament manager, makes his announcement of who's made it. That's why so you all can hear. And then we'll go off the air while they re-oil, and then we'll be back for the finals around 11. Scores again, just like kind of what we saw last night, kind of all over the place. The bowlers definitely here on the lower end. Scores are lower than the higher end. Looks like they're only using like 18 lanes. First 18 lanes today. Go back to 5 and 7. 9 and 10's done. So Phil Raymond shoots in 197 with an injured back. No, that's not that great. Probably not going to make it, but yeah, it's a pretty good game for somebody that's got a hurt back like that. We do have Trent Marner getting ready to bowl here on lane 5. He has open spare 6 in a row coming up on the 9th frame. Check down on Scott. He's on 13 and 14. Looked like through like 8 frames he hadn't struck yet. Couple splits. He had like 107 in the 7th or something like that. So definitely trying to find a pocket still, what it looks like. Trent for 7 in a row. I think we jinxed him. We always jinx these bowlers, it seems. Again, this round, 2 games. They'll take their pinfall from these 2 games, combine it with the games they bowled, their series they bowled yesterday. The top 15 bowlers will join the bowlers who are already guaranteed into the finals to make our round of 32 competitors. Once we start the finals, it is single elimination match play, or double elimination match play, but they bowl 1 game each. We should have him. Ooh, he missed that spare. Well, he has Trent has 206 in the 9th coming up on the 10th, so he has 236 possible if he strikes out. This still is going to be a pretty good game. I'm not sure where he's at. Looking down at Scott, he come up light, left a 2-pin. He's in the 9th frame. No, he is in the 10th frame. He's only on a 150 pace maybe. So his day's probably going to be over, I'm guessing, unless he can pump something out in the second game today. Which that's good for you viewers, because you don't get me, you get him. He's the professional. I'm just the tech guy. Trent gets up, throws a great shot. 10th frame. Again, thanks everybody for watching. This is the semifinal round of the 2020 Indiana Masters. Oh, great shot. Hard to believe this tournament has been going on since 2001, and we have not had a repeat winner. There could be a repeat winner this year, though, as I believe Gene Perez is a past winner. Hey, he's actually going to have a chance to go back-to-back. So they're finishing up this game 1 of 2. Hopefully we'll get you some standings here in just a few minutes as they finish. All right, we're back. I was just handed a standing sheet for this round from Jeff, or by Jeff. Here are your top 15 bowlers. As I'm looking over this first. Leading the way, Dwayne Burton with 856. And now these scores I'm giving you are a 4-game total, so it's the 3 games from their qualifying and then 1 game they just bowled. Second place, Jordan Fleming, 851. Third place, 850, or Shelby New with 850. Fourth place, Trent Marner with 848. Fifth, Aaron Beaver, 843. Chris Safarth is in 6th with 843. Jason Flaw in 7th with 842. In 8th, Ryan Birchfield, 838. In 9th, Daryl Richardson, 836. In 10th, Chris Colella with 826. And 11th, Philip Raymond, 821. Well, he's still in the hunt. They're taking 15. In 12th with 818 is Trent Burns. 13th, Mark Pruitt with 817. 14th, Carl Longfellow, or CJ, with 816. Dylan Holford with 815 and 15th. So that right now is your cut. 815 plus 15. 16th is Noel Vega with 806. John Burbage is in 17th, 804. John Riffle, 802. Hunter Glaze, 799 in 19th. Our very own Scott Gilmore is in 22nd, 786. Quite a bit out of the chase, but if he can come up with something here, he still has a shot. So those are your standings. The top 15 from this squad or this round will make it to the finals. You're looking at lanes 9 and 10 right now. Anything can happen from 15 to 20 seconds is just 30 pins. 30 pins different. Other notables down on this list, farther down, was Andrew Moulton with 783. He only shot 149 game 1. He was up there in the standings. He was sitting there with 634. Kevin McCune only shot 146. He's sitting at 782. Devin Mazzillo with 153 sitting in 29th, 776. Jesse Gibson is in 30th at 764. And then last is J.C. Dressler with 756. This is the final game of this round. I'm going to switch it over to 5 and 6. Hey, there's Scott in his Cubs bowling jersey. I'll have to ask him where he got the number 9 from. He's got open 3 in a row, so he's going to try to make a run at this. I want to thank our sponsors, Mike Alby's Arrowhead Bowl, Pinheads Bowling Center in Fishers, Big Four Sox, the Anderson Madison County Visitors Bureau, and Motive Bowling. Motive Bowling is the official ball company of the Indiana State USBC, sponsoring all of their events. So I want to thank everyone for their sponsorship. Without you, these tournaments and broadcasts would not be possible. All right, about 3/4 of the way through this game. The 2020 Masters semifinals from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. Final is scheduled to start around 11 o'clock this morning. My guess it's probably going to be it's going to be later than that because they still have to re-oil some lanes. Might be closer to 11:15. We'll keep everybody posted on that. Because, like I said, they have to re-oil these lanes again. So it might be 11:15, 11:30. Looking at lanes 5 and 6, Scott Gilmore is on a 6-bagger or 5-bagger. He hit open 5 in a row after shooting 154 the first game. So he's trying to give himself a chance to make it into this morning's finals. Here he's up on lane 5. Looks good. He's got it together. Typically this end of the house is a lot different than where he was before. When he was down on the high end, I was watching a few shots and the ball hooked a lot more than what he's got now. Again, for the most up-to-date standings, download the team app onto your smartphone, search the Indiana State USBC, and you'll be able to find all the tournaments there, including this weekend's Masters. Again, we're about 2 frames away from the conclusion of this round. We'll stay on the air so you can hear the announcement of the 15 bowlers who will make it. And then we'll go off the air for a short break until they finish the lanes, and we'll come back. Stay tuned.
semifinals.
Go down there and I can't do anything.
The leader this morning was Jordan Fleming with 11:04. Second was Trent Marner with 10:46. Third was CJ Longfellow with 10:41. Fourth, Shelby New, 10:37. Fifth, Ryan Birchfield, 10:37. Sixth, Dwayne Burton, 10:23. Seventh, Chris Seifert, 10:22. Eighth, Scott Gilmore, 10:22. Ninth, John Burbidge, 10:19. 10th, Phil Raymond, 10:12. 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, all tied.
At -11.
Dylan Holford, Brad Slayball, Chris Colella, and Jesse Gibson all had 10:11.
Come on, Steve.
And in 15th in the last spot with 10:09, Daryl Richardson. Give us about 15 minutes.
Especially since we didn't think we were home.
We will have the sheets ready for those that advance to come in and draw. Anybody here from yesterday that cashed, those checks are ready. The people that just finished and did not advance, those checks will be ready in about a half an hour.
Stressful.